Today I'm making homemade bread. I found this one off YouTube. And like I said, I've been going through YouTube to find out which one works. And I really love this one. Actually, my family loves this one because the bread's so soft, so delicious. And I found you can make buns out of it. And I'm tempted to make hoagies out of it as well, the dough. So we're going to start off with 2 cups of warm water and 1.5 tablespoons of yeast, instant. Here's my 2 cups of warm water. Here's my 1.5 tablespoon of yeast. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1/4 cup of oil, a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, stir, and then add 3 cups of flour. Put your hand in there and mix together. We're going to get some of the wetness into the flour and keep going. And then once we get it in there, we're going to add another 1.5 cups of flour to this and keep mixing. I just added 1 more cup of flour. As you can see, it's still quite wet. I took the dough out, it's sticking to my hands. Now I'm going to knead for 9 minutes. And as you knead, it's going to get sticky, so add a little flour at a time until it's no longer sticking to your hand or you feel that stickiness. I'm kneading for 9 minutes. The dough is still a little sticky, so I'm going to dust it with a little bit more flour. My dough is still sticky, so what I'm going to do is add more flour to the dough and keep kneading. I kneaded my dough for 10 minutes and starting to puff up. I kept adding more flour for the stickiness. Now I'm going to put it in a bowl. I'm going to add oil around it. After kneading for 9 minutes, I coated the bowl. I'm going to cover it and put it in a warm place for an hour. It's been an hour and my dough has doubled in size. Now I'm just going to punch it through the middle. Let all that air out. Now I'm going to roll this into a ball and cut it in half to make 2 bread for the pans. If I was making bread, I would have already buttered these and put them in, but I'm not making bread. Today I am making buns. I cut my dough in half. I rolled it out. Here's the other half. Now I'm going to cut it into 6 pieces to make 6 buns. I'm going to make them into a little ball. I rolled out my dough into balls. There's 6 of them. I put them on parchment paper. I'm putting the oven on 350. I'm going to let these rise for another ½ hour and cover them. With the other half of my loaf, I cut out 3 pieces for hoagie rolls and I'm going to form them and then I'm putting them on the parchment paper. I have them on my parchment paper ready to go. I made 3 of them. I'm going to cover for 30 minutes. It's been a ½ hour. My dough has risen. I'll put them in the oven at 350. I put water in the oven to give them a steam bath. And we're going to put them in the oven. I'm cooking them for 25 minutes. It's been a ½ hour for my hoagies. I'm going to put them in the oven for ½ hour. After 22 minutes, my buns have just came out of the oven. I'm just going to coat them with butter. This is how they turned out, nice and soft. Add butter in. They're still a little warm. There are my hoagies in the oven. They're all done. I'm taking them out. I cooked them for ½ hour. And we're just going to butter these up. I just cut them apart. Now I'm going to let them cool.